You see, what kills faith is suspicion. The moment you start suspecting, the moment you start doubting the promise of the Lord, you are destroying your faith. And the moment you destroy your faith, even if you see the Lord standing right before you, you will never be able to recognize Him. Because the only way for us to recognize the Lord Jesus is through faith. So when she was suspicious of His resurrection, she doubted His resurrection. On the way back, she came back with no faith. When she came back with no faith, she saw Him but unable to recognize Him. The only way she recognized Him was through the voice. Because St. Paul says that faith cometh through hearing, not through seeing, through hearing. So when she saw Him, since she had no faith, she did not recognize Him. But the moment she heard His voice, the faith came back. And then she was able to say, Teacher of all teachers. The faith came back when she heard His voice. She came to touch Him the second time. He said, No. Since you doubted my resurrection the first time, and you did not do as I told you to do, you did not go to the apostles and tell them that I am risen, you came back to double check that I'm truly risen, then I will never let you touch me. If you come with no faith, you cannot touch me anymore. So now, in order to be able to come back and bow before me and kiss my feet, I want you to go back now, but this time make sure Satan doesn't whisper in your ear again and stop you halfway. Go all the way and tell the disciples that I am risen. The second time she goes and tells the disciple that I've seen the Messiah, He is truly risen. Then today's gospel begins. Peace be with you. Now, the Lord Jesus, the first thing He gave those disciples who were hiding out of fear was peace. Why? Because they lost it. They had no peace anymore. They lost it. He is reinstating peace within them once again. Now, when do we lose peace? And this peace is internal, not external. The world speaks of peace. You know, when the world speaks of peace, it's a very ugly, childish picture. They speak of peace, but no one likes no one else. They say we are friends, but they know very well they're not friends. They know very well they're not friends. They speak of peace and we're neighbors, but they're not. Why? Because peace comes from one source only, God. And this God, I'm saying it before the whole world, is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. There is no other God but Him. You can believe it, you can reject it, you can accept it, refuse it. It changes not the truth. The truth will always be the truth. Christ is God revealed in the flesh, and don't ever think you'll find another God outside of Him. That's the truth. But it's up to you. And whatever you choose, then you are responsible for your choice. I'm just a messenger. But I have decided on which God to believe in, and which God to follow, and which God to profess, confess, and acknowledge. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. All glory to his holy and mighty name. You see, when do we lose peace? When we lose faith. And when do we lose faith? When we have doubts. Suspicion is the number one enemy to faith. And the moment faith is killed by suspicion, faith makes you lose peace. Why? Because peace is not a word. Peace is a person called Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He is that peace. So peace is not a word you write, you read, you invoke. Peace is a person that you believe in and you are attached to. Now, since Christ is the peace, the only way to be attached to him is through faith. There is no other way. When you believe in him, you are connected and united to him. The moment you're connected to him, peace comes from within, since you have believed in the Messiah. So when the Lord enters that upper room, the first word he says to them, peace be with you. Why? Because the Lord was literally saying to them, since I said peace be with you, means you've lost that peace. Why you lost that peace? Because you lost that faith in me. Why did you lose that faith in me? Because you all were doubting my resurrection. And since you doubted, you lost the faith, you lost the connection with Christ. Therefore, where else are you going to get that peace from? The only source to peace is Jesus Christ. Not a treaty signed, not some points put on a piece of paper, and we exchange emails. The church has been trying to unite for centuries on end, yet with no prevail. Why? Because they are not true to Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Some leaders are, but some are not. That's why peace is not being made possible within the church community. Some leaders seek the Lord, but some leaders seek their own glories. Some leaders seek the humility of the Lord Jesus, but some leaders seek the throne, the glory of this world. And since Jesus Christ is God, he can never be deceived. You can never lie to him. You can never falsify things. You can never betray him. The Lord knows you more than you and me put together. The only time the Lord will make peace possible is when we are honest with ourselves, true to ourselves. When was this peace made possible? On the first day of the week, Sunday. Now, the very day which the Lord rose from the dead, when he appeared to the disciples, one was missing, Thomas, the gorgeous Thomas. So afterwards, the disciples saw Thomas and they said, the Lord is risen. He said, no such thing. He said, unless I see with my own eyes and I touch with my own hands, I will never believe. So the Lord comes back again into the same upper room. Guess what? The following Sunday. Not any other day. He rose on Sunday and showed himself to the apostles. Thomas wasn't there. Then when he came back to show himself to Thomas, the Lord waited till the following Sunday. Now why? Couldn't you, Lord, go back just the following day, Monday? How about Tuesday? How about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Shabbat? No, the following Sunday. Why? Sunday is the first day, and Sunday is the 8th day. Number 8. From Sunday to Sunday is 8 days.
I hope you are really touched by this wonderful teaching from Bishop Mamari. That is why I keep sharing videos from Bishop Mamari, because his teaching is very divine. So subscribe for more teachings like this. Turn on the bell so that anytime I publish the next video, YouTube will get you notified. See you in the next one. I really appreciate your time for watching. Bye.